Yeah, that's us. Hello, everyone. We're live. We
Well,
can't hear
hello
each other,
there.
but you know,
Experiencing technical difficulties.
we're
Please
having
stand
technical
by.
difficulties. Yes, and it just looks like it's just me and Ray.
Um, can everybody hear Jody?
Can you
Or
hear me? I don't know why it's not. It's all plugged in. Everything's good. My thing says the speakers are working, but you can't hear me.
it must be on my end because I can't. You're
I don't
very low.
know. Can you hear me now?
I know what you did last summer.
Woo!
And trying to go on my laptop, but I got a jukebox for a laptop. It's old.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wait. What we got?
I don't know. What we got? Are we good? There we are. I guess we're live.
So let me see. Let me put my ear next to my phone until the laptop works. So how was your week so far, sweetie?
So far, so good. How about
Good.
you?
Well, I was having a fun week until yesterday.
Why? What happened?
Uh, I got rear-ended by a hit and run driver.
Oh, I saw the picture. I saw the picture that you posted.
Yeah, my car sounds like a hoopty now,
Oh my goodness. That's not
but
good.
that can be fixed. I'm just glad that there's nothing wrong with me other than the mental part.
So were you in the car?
Oh yeah,
Oh
a
gosh.
car in front of me cut me off to get in front of me, and when I hit the brake, um, the car behind me hit me, and then backed up a little bit and took off into the next lane.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was fun.
No, that's not good. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I'm just happy nobody got hurt
Yeah,
except for
because
my Toyota,
yeah. Oh geez.
but that can be fixed. I just thought it was funny that um, it happened because this weekend I'm gonna visit my brother in Northern Virginia, which I haven't seen for like 7 years.
Oh geez. There's Anthony.
Um,
What's
There's my
happening?
we
sister.
Sorry, I
Hi.
missed it.
Can you
Hey,
hear me?
Anthony,
Can you hear me, Anthony?
what's
Yeah,
up,
I can hear you.
handsome?
Because Ray can't
So
hear
it
me.
must be me. So let me try. Let me try something.
Ray's you're sounding fine at my end, but he's telling me he can't hear me, so I have to put the microphone like this.
Yeah. I heard something really serious going on, a discussion about an auto accident or something like that.
Yes, he had an auto accident. Tell us again.
Jeez.
Yeah, I got hit in the rear.
It's not good.
No, it's not good.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah. I
That's
drive
all
every
that
day.
matters.
I'm on the road. I'm in my car. That's my job. And
Where's
so
Sabrina? Is she coming in?
no, she's with her child. She was sick. She was off of school, and she's just kind of hanging with her. She's trying to spend some mommy time. And
Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
I'm just glad you're here, Anthony. I miss you.
I know. What was the last time I was on? Shoot. It's been a
It's
while.
been a while.
Yeah. How
And
you, Ray?
look at me, I got
I'm,
pink eye.
you got pink eye. Is that what you said?
Yes,
No, I said, how you doing?
I really do.
I got to stick my ear to the phone until my laptop
I
comes
have
up.
pink eye.
Yeah, pink eye.
Well, it's
Yeah,
better than having a black eye, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah, and getting rear-ended.
I mean, it's not even Saturday night, you know.
No.
It didn't leave me $20 or nothing.
Oh, I know. Heck.
All right. So,
What's going on?
anything going on this weekend?
Not for me, but how about you?
Well, I was going to have an event this weekend, but due to some scheduling conflicts, I'm not going to be able to. So we're going to cancel it and reschedule it for a later date.
Where was it supposed to be?
But we do have a couple of events coming up that I'm pretty excited about.
Well, how about you tell us a little bit about you first?
Yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
dude, I've been on this show so many times. Everybody should know who I am.
We have
There we go. Hot damn.
No, wait, there you are. Now we got two of you.
Now we can hear.
Wow, that's interesting.
All right, let me fix this.
I'll
so
remove
everybody
that
can
one.
see my-
How's
Yeah,
that?
you moved it out. Yeah.
Let me fix this so everybody can see my Shrek-like face. There we go.
No. We always just try to introduce because we always have new listeners or something. We really do. We're starting to blow up. Crossroads
Yeah.
is blowing up.
We're just glad to have Ray here. Ray Savino. Tell us a little bit about you. We know all about you, but
Well, I am Ray Savino, also known as Raphael Savino, founder of RTL Paranormal. RTL Paranormal has been around since 2009. Investigated pretty much all over the East Coast and Midwest and Middle States and all that good stuff. But 2020, March of 2020, I started Flumery Promotions, which is a paranormal event company. We've done paranormal events all throughout the United States. We just had one last week with it was a great event, with Ron Iacovetti, Lourdes Gonzalez, Reverend
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Father Ken Torres, and Steve Dills from Transcend Paranormal.
Ugh.
It was a speaker event, and it was great. And then afterwards, everybody got to go hunt the abandoned high school. So,
And where was that at?
the abandoned Central High School, which is also known as the Goochland Cultural Complex in Goochland, Virginia, and that was a fun night. We did a little bit of the Staticom with Ron and Lourdes. Some cool stuff came out during our sessions. Kenneth Torres killed it with his presentation. Steve Dills was amazing as usual.
He always is.
I was just, yeah, he's awesome. I like him a lot.
Yes.
It was just a great night, and now I want to do more of these, like, quote unquote educational seminars where people learn different topics of the paranormal field, whether it's the demonic or negative energies that Kenneth was presenting to us last week, or the Staticom. I want to learn so much about that now after all that. I've been asking Ron and Lourdes if they can help me out a little bit, because I want to start doing some of that stuff during our investigations too, just to see what kind of stuff we get. And the one that we were supposed to have in West Virginia this weekend, we were going to learn about Native American traditions when it comes to paranormal investigating.
Cool.
Different protections to use before you go into an investigation. We had Mark Higgins. We were going to have Mark Higgins from RIP Files there to share his experiences, because he's been pretty much all over the place investigating. Dana Mitchell was supposed to be there. She was from the Ghost of Shepherdstown. It sounded like it was going to be a great evening, but just scheduling conflicts kind of screwed it all up. So we're going to reschedule it at a later date, and then we're going to kill the event. I think it's going to be fun. Let's see, October. Speaking of Mark Higgins, October 19th, we're going to be at the Exchange Hotel Civil War Medical Museum in Gordonsville. That one, Mark Higgins from RIP Files is going to come hang out with us, because he knows the Exchange like the back of his hand, so he's going to help us out. with the history and the paranormal background that goes with the Exchange. So that's going to be great. I think the Exchange is one of my favorite places in Virginia to investigate, other than St. Albans. But just because I don't know, we have some sort of relationship with the little girl Emma that seems to be floating around in the main house. Emma is a little girl spirit that we pick up on audio all the time, and she seems to be looking for her mother. So we seem to catch her pretty much almost all the time on audio whenever we go visit. In November 1st and 2nd, it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a fun weekend, because the 1st and the 2nd, we're going to be at Bardstown, Kentucky, investigating the Jailers Inn in Kentucky. Now, what better way to investigate the Jailers Inn by investigating with people that some of you may know that actually investigated a place. Mustafa Gadolari, Brandon Alvis, Kevin Oddie, Greg Owens from the TV show Haunted Discoveries. That I cannot wait.
I can see why. That's awesome.
Well, I haven't seen Mustafa in a long time, and Brandon, we talk all the time. And the last time he did an event for me was, I forgot the name of it. I think it's called the Victorian Inn, which was also, I think, in Kentucky, but that was years ago. So I'm excited to have him doing an event for us again, as well with the rest of the guys from the TV show. So, and on top of that, from what I was told, I got the room that's supposedly most haunted. So, can't wait.
Of course you do.
I cannot wait. When I was booking the event, the owner, or the person that's in charge of the Jailers Inn, he's like, well, what room do you want? I said, which one is the most haunted? And he told me the room number. I'm like, that's the one. I got that one. That's mine. Nobody else's. So I can't wait for those two events, and then I have plenty more coming up for the new year as well. In fact, December, I might have another event that it might be another speaker event. I'm just waiting for the guest speaker to give me confirmation if he's able to do it or not, or she. I don't want to spoil it. So yeah, I'm excited about all that.
Do you always do things down in Virginia?
No, we've done events in Texas. We've done events in Kansas. We've done events in West Virginia, New York. I'm trying to go to Pennsylvania, but there's so many events in Pennsylvania that there's no reason for somebody to go there. I mean, everybody else is doing stuff in Pennsylvania for right now. There's you got events going on, you got conventions, you got goose tours, you got all these shindigs happening up in Pennsylvania. There's no reason to dip my toes in there for right now.
Why not?
There's plenty of good stuff for you guys to attend over there.
I want to do something with you, but you always do it everywhere else.
Yeah.
You make me sound like a para whore. You just do it everywhere else. We'll do it with me. I'm sorry, this isn't SEC regular, right?
She wants you up there in the Schuylkill.
Yeah.
The river with you.
Come up to the Skook. That's what we call Schuylkill County. We call it the Skook.
It's going to make you do like a haunted tubing expedition or something like that.
Yeah, haunted Skook.
Haunted tubing. Hey, that's a concept. That's an idea.
We can have T-shirts.
It sounds like something for OnlyFans.
Come see the ghosts. That's big down in the South, man. Along the Mississippi, they do a lot of the river. They haunted river tours. We're going to do something really expensive. What?
Yesterday, I for my little brother calls it shiggles. You know, when you combine shits and giggles. I emailed a couple places in DC. I emailed Ford's Theater, and there's another place called the Old Stone House.
Oh,
Now Ford's Theater kindly said no, but the Old Stone House is interested. So who knows? Maybe we'll do something at the Old Stone House in DC. There's a couple other places that I emailed from DC area because I was watching something on TV, the most terrifying or most haunted places in the U.S. or whatever, and they were doing a little thing about DC area, and I'm like, okay, well, one of the things
well,
I
that's
used,
cool.
yeah, one of the things I used to do as, well, I still do, with the paranormal group with RTL is always always do the Google, as my dad would call it, the Google, and put in the most haunted locations and then pick a state or a city. And then I started looking at these places and I email everybody. I used to email back in the day like 100. I used to send like 100 emails a week, but you only
Wow.
get one or two emails back. So
Okay.
that's pretty much how RTL started. A couple of emails here, return emails, and next thing you know, we've been all over the place. I mean, we've been blessed and lucky.
Yeah.
And we've noticed in the past 3 or 4 years, though, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but has there been like a dry spot when it comes to investigating homes? Like it seems like,
So,
okay, because it seems like we haven't had anybody messaging us for any assistance of any kind. I just thought that was
neither
weird
have we. No.
because I mean, we
Not
used
you,
to
Anthony. No.
been overflowed with emails, asking for help and stuff. And just lately, the past probably maybe 3 years now, it doesn't seem like. I guess all the ghosts went on vacation. That's what happened.
Never
Or
know.
extended COVID.
Yeah, that's
It's said basically since COVID hit. It's like
Yeah.
Carmen said, yeah.
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 I would
Everything
say so, yeah.
everything went screwy. Everything went screwy since COVID started. It
Yep.
affected us, but I noticed that to replace the private investigations at homes and stuff, we have a shit ton of paracons that just came out of nowhere. Seems like every other weekend I see a paracon event. So I guess that's
I
the new.
agree. I do too. Do you, Anthony? You see a lot? Paracons and stuff?
You're asking
No.
me?
Yeah. I asked you if you see a lot posted.
Hold on. I mean, we went to the Gettysburg Bash. Not really. I mean, there is an event coming up.
There's the New Jersey
don't want
one.
to. I mean, I want to.
I know what you're talking about. Here, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to pitch it, but I haven't got my tickets yet. It's limited, and I'm excited. I actually talked to one of the guys that is going to be there. He's very well known. He's going to have a Netflix show soon. Yeah, no, I mean, there's in terms of Paracon, there are Para-Uni's coming up.
Is this like little small ones, little pop-ups that come
Yeah,
out?
little smaller pop-ups one. Yeah, this one's a pop-up, but it's going to be. So Jody, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Do you? Okay, it's in Jersey. Oh, there's Warren, the Warren Con, or Paracon Expo,
Warren.
whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I have not been there. I have not been to the Warren Paracon.
No, I haven't either.
I haven't been there. We tried a venue there, but yeah.
To be honest, it's not often you see me at a Paracon. It's. I think when I saw Anthony and his lovely wife at the Bash, I think that was the first time in maybe, I don't know, 4 years, maybe 5 years. Like I don't really do the Paracons that often. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, but you got to go to the Bash. The Bash is like.
He did. He went to the Bash.
I know
Yes.
he did. I gave him a hug.
You gave me a hug. Santiago gave me a lap dance. It was great.
We had Penhurst. We had Penhurst Paracon. That was pretty rocking. That was awesome.
Was it a big turnout?
What?
Was it
Yes.
a big turnout?
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
good turnout.
Yeah, it's a great turnout. Yeah, no, it's a good turnout, and I have a feeling next year, somehow the owner, runs who owns Penhurst, managed to get a very big hitter for the first time. He's going to have Nick of Ghost Adventures with his wife is going to be there. That's going to be big. I'm going to work that. I want to work with them. So
Carmen
I
said,
did
I
Ghost
never
Brothers.
get a table. I just
Huh?
walk around. I
Yeah,
don't get a table. I like to enjoy myself.
no, you can come in. They said you can help. So we'll see.
Well, I'd like to help. I told them I could.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
have your people call his people. You guys do.
Yeah, yeah, Anthony, have your people call my.
Yeah, I think Sabrina asked on your behalf, so we'll see. But I mean, that's big time to get any. I mean, I understand he cut ties with Zach. I don't want to get into it over this. You never know who's listening. But I mean, for him to be available and choose Penhurst, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've investigated there a couple. Times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I think Zach did too, didn't he?
Yes.
The
Yes.
first and only time I did Penhurst was with you guys, Jerry.
Yes, with the
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, and that was the last time I went to Penhurst.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and back then,
Okay.
and back then it was limited at where, like, what buildings you could like go into and stuff. Now I hear you got more buildings to go into and stuff. And
Yeah, some of them weren't ready for people to go into.
no,
They were in bad shape and stuff, and they've really come a long way.
I can't remember the name of the building. It wasn't the Mayflower. It was the building with the tunnel. There was a underground tunnel where they used to
Right.
move the bodies so that patients doesn't see them and all that.
There's a couple of tunnels. There's Philadelphia and there's the Devon. What's it called? Not the
I
Devon.
think it's the Devon building, isn't it?
The Devon not the tunnel. What is the
I
tunnel called?
just remember that it was straight away from the playground.
Right. It was the first time that they were letting us in the tunnels, and you were with us.
Carmen in the comments said the Quaker. Does that
The
sound
Quaker,
right?
maybe?
Not the Quaker building.
No.
They opened up the Quaker for the first time. Is it right? They opened the Quaker building.
Yes.
We were part of that. We went in there and we were able to do like they assign para celebrity whatever to each building or in the investigation, and then people would come in. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were able to take the kids down into the tunnels, and Ray was with us. That was
a fun night. I thoroughly enjoyed doing the investigations with the kids because it was a whole different outlook,
right?
A whole different energy coming from them.
Now the infirmary's gone,
and we got some pretty good responses from the Mayflower was the children's one, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of them were. Yeah.
I just thought it was a cool experience to see them investigate and using their own creativity, their own imagination, and how to do it. I mean, it was really a fun experience for me.
Yeah, and they got a lot of evidence.
Yep, and one of these days I'll do the summer camp again. I just got to figure out the work. Either I need to retire or die from work so I can start doing this stuff.
Well, I want you to come back. We didn't have it this year, so you didn't miss it. So
Rockwell tunnels. Rockwell,
that's it. Rockwell. How come you didn't have it this year?
There was reasons that we had to cancel it, but we've been trying to make it up to the kids that wanted to come and take them to different locations. So
there was another area at Penhurst that I wanted to go to, but it was closed off. But it was near the pool area.
Okay, I think they ripped that down, didn't they?
They
did.
They did. They did reopen in the building that never was investigated. We were able to go in there. I don't think they had the pool. Yeah, they tore down the infirmary.
What?
Yeah, there was like 2 buildings since you've been there, Ray, that they tore down.
They built.
Oh wow.
They leveled, raised.
So next year I'm going to have a bunch of stuff. Maybe I'll do something at the Hoover House. I'll have to talk with Pam and Steve if that's okay.
She'd love that. She would love that.
Yeah, she
I
was.
hear great things about that place too. So,
It is good. I take the kids there and they love it.
oh, good. So definitely, I'll talk with Pam and Steve about that, and have you
Yeah,
guys.
well, if we do camp again, well, we will, but it'll probably be like the last week of June again, like it always is.
All right. Well, let me know, like April. That way, I can sweet talk the boss.
Okay, sounds like a plan because you stayed the whole week with us.
I did, but that was more because your girls wouldn't leave my kid alone.
Oh my God, they loved him. Oh my God, they were flirting with him the whole week.
I'm
His
like,
oldest son.
get away from my kid.
Oh, you
Wait, wait. And
loved it.
then I'm like, wait. Is your mom single?
They were hanging all over him.
Oh my lord.
He's
But
so cute.
it was a fun experience for Ethan because he got he had a little bit of the ghost hunting bug for a little while after that, and then then he got a little bit older, and it just like a light switch, it cut off. He's like, that's boring. I'm like, all right,
Oh,
but he's doing good things now.
he did really good in the Hermitage Inn. He had a good time in there.
Oh yeah, he
Getting
did. He had fun. Just
Yeah,
how
because the
kids are.
girls were hanging all over him. That's why.
Well, yeah, I've never seen him so blushed red before. But he's actually he turned 18 and now he's doing a trade school. So he's
Oh,
doing good.
well, that's good.
Carmen says Pam does a good breakfast. She does breakfast at the Hoover House.
Oh God, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you
If you
just
stay over,
you just talk to my inner and my outer fat boy.
she makes really good
Wrong with that.
French
No.
toast.
All right, well, it's a done wrap. I'll send her a message soon.
No.
Pam, I
So,
need breakfast, right?
so out of curiosity, between you two, what location have you been to that was not the most active, but it left an impact on you?
Hmm.
Dang.
Now you're going to make me think.
I know. Do I smell toast? What?
I'm gonna say,
Yeah, my brain's burning now.
yeah. Lizzie Borden House for me. I mean, I went all out. I mean, because the prior owner, may she rest in peace, she spent a lot of money to replicate the house, to making it look like the original when the parents were there, when Lizzie and Abby were living there. Is it Abby, right? That's her sister's name, correct? Is it
I
Abby?
think so.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and knowing that, I mean, they were just all in on it. I mean, they had a bunch. They had like 5 to 6 Ouija boards in the parlor room, the living room where the father was murdered, and they, of course, like I said, they had a replica of the couch or whatever, the love seat or whatever it was, if I can recall. And I just remember having a session there. And it really wasn't active. I think it was pushing for results. You know, this was years ago when I went. It was 2015. I was living in Collingswood, New Jersey. And anyways, but I swear it moved by itself and gave me the letter A, and then it stopped because I kept on asking who murdered him. But it was really just the stories that she told me, because she was, at that point, she was staying in the third floor, the owner at the time. She was staying on the third floor, and she told the guy who took us around for the tour of the house, explained that she had encounters in the room where she saw something, a chair would move right directly next to her. I mean, it scared her out of that room. And so she started to stay outside of the house in the gift shop. The gift shop's like a separate building, and she slept
Right.
on there. This is scary, but I stayed in the same room. My mother was murdered, and of course they have a framed picture of the murder, of the scene where she was murdered, the bloodied, the mom on the ground. They have that framed on the wall there, right next to your bed. I don't know if you ever stayed there. Have anybody stayed there?
No.
Yeah, it's completely. It's a new owner. and all that. But that made an impression on me just because of how much money she spent to completely replicate it to what it was back when they owned it. And that was pretty amazing. But I slept fine. There was some noises from the heating. I went there in wintertime. There
Okay.
was noises from the pipes, but nothing crazy. I didn't get hit or anything like that. I didn't see anything. I didn't,
I
The
think
third floor, I didn't know about the third floor. And the third floor had the children's room. And I tell you what, when I went up there, you just feel dread. You feel like a presence. That third floor just knocks you on your butt. And if I would have known that, I would have stayed up there and I probably would have had a different experience. That's my opinion.
I think it's pretty cool how passionate some of these location owners are about the location,
Yeah.
to the point to put their blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Yeah.
Just like Anthony was saying about the owners at the Lizzie Borden, you can tell the difference between someone who actually loves the place as opposed to thinking it as a cash register, as something, as a way to make a little bit of change. And those are the places, those are the people that I like to hang out with. People that are passionate, authentic.
Yeah.
They love what they do because, they do what they love, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I love doing business with or doing events with, because they don't just let you do an event. They want to be a part of it, and they make the event even better because of the stuff they do. Like, for example, I want to say last March, we did an event at a place called the Hillcrest Mansion. And this is the first time we ever did an event there. And when you go in to this bed and breakfast, first of all, it's a mansion. That's how big it is. It's beautiful. The amount of money that this lady and her family put into it, you can tell that they weren't doing it because, I can make a profit off of this. They decorated and they put all their money into it because they love this place, because they've grew up seeing this house there. It's a part of the town's history. And when it came to the point where it was put up for sale, they couldn't. It was a no-brainer for them to try to get it. And once they got it, they put everything in it. The lady's parents, the father and the mother, they dress up as butlers and maids, like from the 20s and 30s. And when you ring the door, they open the door just like you would like back in the day, and it just brings you back to a certain time where they're like, welcome to the Hillcrest, and they show you in. They prepare meals, like 5-star meals, because the owner used to be a chef for all these celebrities in California at one time, and the meals were remarkable. To this day, because of the Hillcrest, I love a spinach salad with strawberries and balsamic vinegar on it. That combination alone, in the beginning, I never thought it would be like, I would be like, no. But everything tasted so good, and now I'm stuck eating this stuff because I love it. Those are the kind of people that I love doing events with, because it's just, they bring an added passion and flair to the events, and that's what I love the most about those kind of people. So Pat says in the comments, Hillcrest is very beautiful, and it is. So one of the I don't want to say it was a location that impacted me. Actually, there was 3 places that I had it had episodes where it, like, to this day, I still kind of cringe about it. Like Old Park Hotel in Texas, the historic jail in Goochland, and the Exchange Hotel. The Old Park, we did a human pendulum where I was the pendulum, and I don't know what happened, but I kind of don't remember a whole lot. I was told that I was non-responsive to questions. My eyes dilated. One person said they even changed a different color. I don't remember anything until They were trying to walk me out the front door to get some fresh air. I guess a few times from the one room we were doing the pendulum session in to the front door, I fell down a bunch of times while they were trying to hold me. Like I said, I don't remember too much of that. Another time we did an investigation at the old jail with another paranormal group. They were doing an Estes. So somebody on the bottom floor was asking questions, and the person on the top floor was doing the session. And I was up there just to make sure he was all right. Come to find out that the session was over. Everybody came downstairs. From what I was told, they were like, "Well, where's Ray?" And they're like, "Oh, he's still up there." And they tried to talk to me and stuff, and I guess I couldn't hear anything. I don't remember any of this, but they said when they were walking me down the stairs, I was walking like they said I was walking like a prisoner that had shackles and handcuffs on.
Wow.
So I thought that was interesting. Then we did an event at the Exchange Hotel with the Connor sisters. Actually, it was the Connor sisters and oh my God, her name escapes me. When they were called three sisters, three witches or something, I forgot. But the Connor sisters were there, and the other lady was there. We did a seance in the train depot, where we had candles in the. We put a big circle of chairs, and then we put a couple candles in the middle, and people were asking questions and stuff, and I guess they looked at me. And again, I wasn't responding, and so they took me outside to walk, get some fresh air and stuff. And next thing I know, they put me next to a tree because apparently the tree helps cleanse you. So I was next to the tree, and I started crying. I was bawling. And I don't even know why. And then they asked me what was happening at the train depot, and I was like I felt like I was in a dream, but not in a dream. And I mentioned about because people were saying they saw a shadow figure in the corner. So in my head, I pictured a black figure, but it looked like it had a trench coat and. The only way I could describe it is if you ever watched old WWE, there was a wrestler that named The Undertaker, and he had one of those old Western Undertaker hats. Mm-hmm. So it was like, and the sisters were like all excited because they're like, "My God, you saw the Hat Man." I'm like, "What the fuck is a Hat Man? I don't know what this is." And they were telling me like a lot of kids are able to see the Hat Man, not many like adults. And I'm like,
really?
Interesting.
Wow.
But like other stuff happened. Other stuff happened.
Quakers, yeah. The
pure like that.
Quakers, yeah.
So
That's cool.
Those are the ones that impacted me the most because I don't like not being able to not control my body or my thoughts. I don't like not knowing where I'm at. I definitely don't like people. I don't like people trying to help me or. I got a weird thing where like strangers touching me. Like I have a first of all I have a crowd phobia. So when I get a certain amount of people close to me, they get weirded out a little bit.
My mom had that same thing.
To like, so when that stuff happened, it was a vulnerable time for me, and it impacted me a certain way because I don't like feeling vulnerable. So, especially at a paranormal investigation, especially at my own event that I that I had. So
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, a little bit. So
Anthony
I
should
thought
have smacked him around and woke him up.
I thought, hopefully, I thought to myself, well, maybe if this happened 3 times, maybe I can learn from it. And since then, it hasn't happened. So for me, it hasn't happened again. It's for me to like kind of learn more about it. So
I was going to say, is there anybody that could teach you how to deal with something like that it won't happen again?
oh yeah, the Connor sisters. I have a friend of mine who used to be in the group. She's a Native American seer, Kalunya Howie. When she was in the group, she was teaching me how to. I've been told that I have a gift, but I don't think nothing of it because I'm more about the equipment. I'll let the people who go online and get paid to do sensitive stuff or whatever. I'll let them do all that kind of stuff. But me, I'd rather just worry about the investigative portion, like with using the equipment and trying to debunk stuff and all that other stuff. Because, like, to me, if you have a gift and you're also investigating with equipment, I feel like you're biased in one way or the other, and I don't want to be biased. I don't want to lean on something more than the other. I'd rather do the equipment part than anything else. But I do get the like I can feel like emotions, if that makes any sense. Like I can feel sadness. I can feel whether or not it's like a child here or not. Definitely. I can sense, I don't want to use the word energy, but when the room feels different. See, I can never be a professional sensitive. I don't know how to use the words, but like when the room feels funny to me, when I kind of heighten up my senses, and I kind of feel like where to put the digital recorder or the camcorder. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's just how I can describe it. So,
and the spectrum of thought is on any spectrum that we have in our life. And philosophically, there's a spectrum. So you got people on the left and right. Of course, politics got involved. Left and right. When we think left and right, we think liberal on this left, and then right more conservative. But that's the same thing with philosophical. So when when you talk about intuition, there is a left and a right, and there's one spectrum this way and one spectrum that way in terms of your intuitive belief, and so I mean it's not really weird. It's just understanding analytical psychology and stuff like that, and understanding the power of the mind and the power of our intuition. So you can just say you're intuitive and not necessarily put like medium or that kind of tag that may not make you feel comfortable with, because intuition is scientific. Some people won't go into metaphysics. So metaphysics is the branch when we talk about people with ability or mediumship or psychic. There is metaphysics, and there is philosophers that were specialized in that, and there's nothing weird about it. It's all good. Like I think we all have that ability, because the work that we do, we have to be able to heighten our awareness and heighten our observation skill. And because we call ourselves investigators, and we have to have great observation skill. Some people don't have it. We just know it. I mean, some people miss stuff and some people catch stuff, but that's okay. And having, I think, mediums in there, people that are very intuitive, it's a lead. We call that a lead. I'm a PI. You know that, right? Everyone knows I'm a PI. So like I have to go on theories and leads. And if lead pans out, I'm going to follow that. And it usually leads to greater things, hopefully. And I do work with some people I think that are credible. And that's important too. People that just not trying to look for something to happen. They have like a credible lead, and it matches up with the equipment saying, maybe a word generated. It happened to me
Right.
with Beth Harper. I worked with Beth Harper at Davy's house, and we were in a room. I was next to this counter, and it had a Bible on it. And a word generated on there, it said Bible, but Beth knew like the date, the guy that died in the room or something like that. And she pointed that out, and that November, the month of November, generated on my generator. I'm like, what's the odds of that? But she was also leading and saying certain things that validated certain things that I didn't know, but it was also generating too with the equipment. I mean, but that's rare. It's really rare. I don't get that often. People like laugh at certain things. They say that's not, it's been debunked, but I couldn't explain that. What was the odds of that? Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
pretty awesome.
That blew me away. I remember telling Beth, I was like, everything just started to match up and validate itself. It really did. So
That's the fun part for me. That's the fun part for me when it comes to investigating. Like you said, it's putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
Every location is a puzzle piece, and every time you investigate that location, you're putting another piece into the puzzle, and then hopefully one day, if you continue investigating, your puzzle is complete, and you have what's causing everything. None of us have ever completed a puzzle yet when it comes to paranormal investigation.
You're not supposed to.
No. The more questions you ask, the more questions you have. So that's the fun.
That's okay.
And it's okay. It's
that's okay.
You know.
Do you guys ever think of something and then it happens?
You mean like
thought form? They call it thought form.
Like something you can't control. You just basically have a thought, and then like a few minutes later it happens.
That's called thought form.
Is it?
Yes, it's called thought form.
How do you control that? I'll just give you an example.
I know you did.
I was driving past. This was just last week. I was driving past a person I knew, but I haven't talked to her in a long time. And for some reason, in my head, I said, if she dies, I don't know if I'll be going to the funeral. Okay, I don't know why I thought that. I get home and I read online, she died.
My Lord.
I was totally blown away. Where did that thought come from? Why did I have that thought and then it happened? That's what
maybe I don't know. Maybe the thought came from the person who passed away.
Yeah, that's different. I'm sorry.
That's possible because
excuse me.
Her husband helped build our house. And I've known her for a long time, but I haven't seen her in a long time. So it just is really weird.
I don't think I've ever had an experience like that. The closest I had was when my father passed away, and I was really in bad shape. It was hurting. It was still raw. And maybe 2 months after he passed away, we did an investigation at a private investigation at a horse stable. They train horses for to do horse shows and stuff. So we were doing the Echovox session all the way in the middle of the woods, and it's
Hi, Wes.
It was maybe 2 or 3 hours away from my father's house. So, we did the session or whatever, and then we, throughout the night with the spirit box, I would hear my name. Actually, my dad used to call me Rafi, short for Raphael. So we would hear Rafi through the spirit box and all this other stuff. So I didn't think nothing of it. So the next day at home, I started reviewing the audio from the Echovox, and I don't know why I didn't hear it then, but my father's voice came out of the Echovox, and there's no mistaking my father's voice. My father is old school Italian, and he has a certain accent, and he used to call me Raf or Rafi. And the way it was said on the Echo Vox, I just knew it was my father. And I think my father came out in the Echo Vox because I was asking for him. I was calling for him because I missed him. I needed something to let me know that he was still looking over me and stuff. And sure enough, I didn't hear it at the time, but when I reviewed it afterwards, there's his voice. And then at the end of it, if I can find it, I'll post it on my page. But if
Yes.
at the end of it, you'll hear "Where's Rafi?" And that was it. I started bawling. Like it was almost as if he knew I was calling for him and he was looking for me.
He was giving you peace, so that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he knew you were hurting and he wanted to let you know that it's okay and just, he's here with you.
I'm an old fart, but I'm still his little boy, so I can see that.
That's awesome.
So when it comes to investigations, because we've had some where I've done investigations in the past where a child lost one of his parents, and we investigated the home.
Okay.
Those are the ones that
they get to you after a while, don't
they?
they?
Yeah. Because I was an adult when I lost my father, and it killed me. So I can just imagine what it's like to be 7 or 8, 5 or 6, and lose your father that you used to play with all the time, or used to do stuff with, and now he's not there anymore. And you have all these questions, and your mom or your father don't have all the answers, or they do have the answers, but they don't know how to say the answer to a little kid for them to understand. And those are the cases that just it tugs at me. So those are the ones where I don't know, they're more important to me. Well, okay, that didn't sound right, but you know what I'm saying? They take the time.
I understand.
Yeah.
Because I have, I love little kids. I mean, I think it's because we have the same IQ. I don't know, I guess. but I just they're special, and they
mind of a 5-year-old, Anthony.
And what people don't understand is, like, the little ones, they have a clean slate. They're completely open to everything, and they have the opportunity to communicate with people that are not physically here anymore. And sometimes it's scary for them. So we have to kind of talk to them and tell them, it's okay and it's understandable. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And so you're not just a paranormal investigator. You're also a counselor. You're
just see what Wes writes. You don't want to say that in prison. Only you.
Gosh.
Yeah, that came out wrong. Now that I think about it, yeah, I like little kids. No, I don't.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Wes.
He just likes to investigate with little kids.
Okay, that didn't come out right either. Okay,
No, it didn't.
All right, let's take an extra rap and talk about something else.
Okay, everybody, just forget what we just said.
So I love going to the zoo.
Banned. Crossroads banned. Facebook in jail.
This is just for adults only.
Great. Now we're going to have
Prime Minister of Canada might be listening. Banned.
We're going to have people crying about boycotting this.
We've talked about worse, haven't we, Anthony?
Yeah, we have a lot of sexual content.
We totally go off
Wait
topic.
A minute.
So many times.
I wasn't involved in these conversations. God damn it.
This goes off the beaten path,
We do. We go totally off paranormal. I mean,
yeah, we do. No, we talk about all sorts of stuff besides.
Yeah, it doesn't have to all be paranormal.
We
You
were
know,
supposed
if
to
you
get.
wanna
We
talk
were supposed to get on. We were supposed to have a guest that writes romance ghost novels, like exotic, like people having sex with ghosts or spirits or something like that, right? Something like
Yes.
that. We tried to get her on the show. That would have been off the hinges.
Was. Yeah,
was
that would
it was it Hunter Sky?
No,
I don't know.
female. She was a female author.
It's
She
a-
was.
it's a-
She was the one that was next to me and what's his name, Greg,
Oh, okay.
the female. You probably passed her. Didn't realize it. She had a bunch
Greggy
of.
Poo.
I can't think of her name. I'm
Um,
sorry. She's probably watching us right now. She probably,
There's
they don't even
another.
know her name.
There's another great
Anybody
author.
watching, if you have questions, just put them
I-
in the chat
Please,
room.
please ask questions. 'Cause
Yeah, we're going way off topic. We want to see how many know that Ray likes to investigate with kids.
you know what? And now I'm boycotted. All right, I'm canceled.
No,
Thanks,
no.
Wes.
Two.
Thanks, Wes. Appreciate it.
It's your fault, Wes.
Oh my gosh.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
So, what are you guys going on this weekend?
Nothing this weekend.
Nothing this
No.
weekend. Nothing. Next week.
What you got going on?
We can talk about it.
Ancient
We're gonna-
City.
I haven't got my ticket yet. I'm afraid.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, it's limited. Let's say it involves
I'm sorry. What?
it involves
And we took
Go
another
for it.
extra
All
right.
Anthony.
no, it just involves like
balls.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay.
It involves balls.
Bruce. It involves Bruce Tango and Chris Ghostboy from New York. So, but it's in New
Uh-huh.
Jersey. The event's in New Jersey. Yeah.
Yo, I'm digging your T-shirt. You gotta tell me
Oh
where you
yeah.
got it.
It's I got this a while ago. It says Amityville, the scariest place on earth. It's a take on Disney.
Right.
Yeah, it's
That's-
not really funny. I mean,
the
it's like
Disney-
dark humor because people did really get killed there, and it's probably not politically correct. But I'm not politically correct, so
Well, aren't we supposed to be doing the Selma thing?
What events do I have coming
oh
up?
no, that's next week. I'm sorry, it's the last weekend. I'm sorry,
Right, because next
Last-
weekend
I'm
is
sorry, next weekend. Oh, it's the
Psychic
Santa
Fair.
Fair at Selma Mansion.
yes.
We're gonna have our own show. We're gonna be promoting that. So
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
yeah, that's next week Thursday. So we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, Selma Mansion. You're welcome, Ray.
We're
It's
going to have
not-
a gang talk. We're gang talking.
Yeah, but it's not. There's no investigations. It's people that are into the card reading, oracles. But there's going to be some. Anito is going to show up, who's been involved in negative cases along with Sabrina. They're going to have a panel talking about negative cases and how to protect yourself and all that. So, but overall, it's not a Paracon. It's not
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what we're
Always,
That's
Ray
right.
always wanted to investigate.
Wes says Ray has always wanted to investigate the old set of Sesame Street.
Oh. oh.
with Bert and Ernie.
There's some crazy online theories that the Grouch. What was the name of the guy in the trash can? Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. Yeah.
Was a pedophile. Yeah, there was
Oh my
a lot
God.
of theories about that he was a pedophile, or no, all of them. Like a lot of them were, they were creepy.
All
Well,
right, this is taking a hard left to the point where I'm
I'm just
I'm
talking.
waiting
That's
for-
some of the theories. I'm not saying it's true. So no disinformation.
I'm just waiting for the knocks on my door now.
There was
Well,
something
I'm
I'm
going to
going
be
to say.
showing people how to make dowsing rods.
But you know what's crazy? Before we change the subject, you cannot escape. In the paranormal, though, no, seriously, like every case I go to lately, let's talk about Well Hill Mansion. Several always speakeasies, always brothel, always sex involved, like sex workers. I went to what's that one in? Help me out here in New York.
Shanley.
Yeah, thank you. Yep. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot take sex out of the paranormal. Like, when it involves, like, it's always like, oh, it's the dang prostitutes. It's the I don't know.
Trust me, it's just not the paranormal when it comes to sex. I'm sure there's There's drama and conflict among
That's what
the
I'm saying.
celebrities.
There's drama, even in the paranormal. If you're freaking, it's
Oh,
crazy.
listen, Sabrina's like, oh my God.
And you don't get it because, like, there's
Look what
booze.
you're missing,
It's
Sabrina.
all the
Come on.
vices, right? Booze, sex, and like the paranormal. Like the paranormal is interesting. Yeah, the brothel with Shanley, but also White Hill, right? Am I
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
It was
yeah, White Hill, yes, definitely.
Yeah, on the
Didn't they have a lot of things going on there with young kids and everything, like getting attacked in the bathroom? Wasn't the bathroom like at White Hill like a main area?
yeah, but I don't think wasn't there's a room that's over to the left that supposedly the they stayed in and did their sexual acts in
Yeah, and they did that in the bathroom in that
you did the
tub.
bathroom too, see, Ray?
So
A
it's all
couple,
about sex.
So now you got to create a theory in the paranormal. Does our vices on the earthly plane imprint enough for us to be drawn to it? Like, so,
You're right, Sabrina, the top floor.
I don't know. It's deep. I don't want to get into it. Yeah, the top floor.
Well,
And it's deep. It makes you wonder, should we investigate places that have where there was a lot of human vices? Does human vice mean more paranormal activity? Are we just drawn to vice and human vice and human debauchery? Does that also translate to it's just to make it interesting? Like what it makes you think, right? It makes you think
it's
like every place I go, there's some issue, some drama. Like you said, drama. It is drama. It's vice. Vice usually equals drama, not all the time, but
I agree with you, Anthony. Yes.
Yeah. It just makes
like
I'm trying to make this too deep, but it's just,
many of the places that we go to, there's things that happened sexual.
Even prisons. Let's talk about prisons. A lot of people that are in prisons have committed felonies involving sexual acts or sexual crimes, rape. Or just like prostitution, escorts, all that stuff. So.
Moundsville, Trans-Allegheny, woo.
Yeah,
before,
that place,
before,
wow.
Before we started Flumery, my group, RTL Paranormal, we did an event at a place called the Workhouse Arts Center, which was formerly known as Lorton Prison in Northern Virginia. It was one of the most dangerous prisons in Virginia. And we were able to investigate it before we did the event. So we did an investigation in there's a gym area that we weren't allowed in, but the guy let us in. And we went and investigated the upstairs where the locker rooms were. And while we were doing our sessions, we heard.
I'm laughing at you. It's just Wes. Go ahead. Can't help it.
There was a lot of we caught screaming and moaning like people were getting it. And then there was an area that was called Murder Alley, which was basically this open area outside where it was in between two buildings. And the reason why they call it Murder Alley is because the watchtowers and the guards weren't able to see this area. It was blocked from view from the guards and the COs. So a lot of drug deals went down, a lot of murders and fights went down in there. And we got some good stuff that, in Murder Alley too. So that was, it was also where the beginning of the, what do you call it? The suffragist movement.
Right.
Where women's rights and right to vote and stuff. And they arrested them and put them in prison, and they just basically tortured them and stuff with, no food and all this other stuff. And we got screaming and all these noises coming from the jail cells and everything. So, like you were saying, Anthony, it doesn't matter what kind of energy it is energy, and it does. We get evidence from that, whether it's turmoil, strife, if you will, sexual energy.
Asking for help. Like sometimes they're asking for help from what they went through.
We go back to the metaphysical study. There's a study on vibrations. So obviously, if you're very calm and you're quiet, there's a lower vibration when you're at peace. When you get in a higher vibration, you're making a lot of noise. So obviously, like when like we talk about an orgasm, it's like you're at a higher vibration, so you're releasing. There's a higher release of energy, whatever that emotion may be. And so, like, I wonder if that leaves a higher impact on the earthly plane, and we can pick that up as paranormal investigators. Are we going to pick up people that were peaceful all their life? I don't know. I have never investigated a Buddhist monastery or places where the vibration is very, very leveled and even and peaceful. It always seems like we pick up a higher vibration where there's a lot of chaos, a lot of noise, a lot of issues, be it prisons, brothels, homes that people have been murdered, because obviously pain and suffering, screaming is you're creating a high vibration. When you're screaming, there's a high pitch frequency. So that's what I mean by vibration, the vibration. There's different vibrations with how we talk and speak. So, that's something to think about when we do investigations, and maybe we need to start and that's okay to theorize and talk about that, because there is some scientific, I'm not talking about does it leave a better imprint than a peaceful place? Because there's always going to be skeptics that say it doesn't matter if it's noisy or not. I don't get anything. I disagree.
Right.
I disagree, man. I really do. I really feel a lot of the places but then you can even go further and say, a graveyard's peaceful, right? But you also got to realize that there's more to the story, because we know there's human physical bodies that are buried on those grounds, and there's still something there, and we don't know if there's an imprint just on the person alone. There's an imprint, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So like you can theorize even further with that, and that's why. So I'm talking like peaceful, meaning where nobody's buried at the times of living, where somebody was just very peaceful, meditated a lot, maybe never argued, never had any high emotional issues, no vices. But like in a graveyard, we know there's physical bodies there. We know there's some things there. But you know what I mean? I'm talking about like where there's a lot of activity when they're alive. And usually when people were alive and partied and had a lot of vice, they were loud and obnoxious and committing, who knows?
Yeah, just like Ray, he.
Not to get all serious, but.
Wes, where is this brushy mountain?
He's like,
where is that?
What? Oh,
Sabrina's jail called Brushy Mountain.
He said brushy mountain, not
brushy
bushy.
Mountain.
Not bushy. Your mind went to the left field. See, your mind went
to
bushy.
He said brushy, and first he said bushy.
Show me where he said bushy originally.
He says brushy, not bushy.
It said brushy. Your mind was in the gutter.
Oh, I know. Well, Ray put me there.
Yeah. This thing's the 1970s.
Screw it. We'll go with it. Ray did it.
Apparently, hair is coming back. Like people, I don't know.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Ray.
Yeah,
I haven't had to worry about it for 10 years.
You don't have to worry about that bushy stuff.
Well,
oh my God. We lost our audience. No,
I know.
Hey Ray, have you seen the haunted?
Have I seen a bushy mountain?
No.
Well, one time at band camp.
Oh my God, you're killing me. You're killing me, Small.
Bushes and then the mountains, yeah, and we know what the mountains are.
I mean, I've known a few Italian women before.
Jeez, now I got an image in my head. I'm just like, jeez.
All I can think of.
Mountains.
I've known a couple of Italian women here and there.
Oh, jeez.
You got to shave a lot.
Oh, we lost our audience.
You got to weed whack a lot.
Okay. They'll watch it later.
Yeah, because I'm going to play it like 100 times on my page.
I want to hear that video or the audio.
We get like super philosophical, then we get like super profane.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we were talking about orgasms and then Bush.
Well,
I
was giving an example about.
Yeah, he was like, yeah.
Talking about vibration.
I mean, it started off good. We were talking about paranormal stuff.
And he's talking about bushies and orgasms and all that good
stuff.
stuff.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Well,
think
then
our time
we have hit the bottom of the wormhole.
Yeah,
I think this was a
Right.
fun day, a fun hour.
it was a fun hour. And, appreciate you coming on
Yes,
and talking.
we will
Thank
have
you.
you back again, I'm sure, Ray.
Yeah,
And I will let
If
you know when camp is.
FCC allows you to, I'd be more than.
we're gonna get banned.
Yeah,
All right.
after
Well,
this, it'll be Crossroads.
I didn't
No.
see the P word.
on behalf of Wes, in honor of Wes, as we get off, I'm going to watch a couple episodes of Sesame Street and go to bed.
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie in there.
That's a whole different show.
I call Dave and Ernie Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I love you guys. I can't wait
Yes.
to talk to you
Next
again.
week we're
That was a
gonna
good discussion, actually. Like many variants.
That's the best part. When you got Jody, Anthony, and Ray on, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
It's always fun, right?
Yeah.
Yes, man. Always. All right,
We
guys. I
appreciate
love you guys.
everybody that's been watching and everybody that's gone into the chat room. And love you, Ray. Thank you so much for coming on. Next week we're going to
Anytime.
have a whole gang of us talking about
Yes,
this.
whole gang of us. So tune in, please.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're going to
whole
talk
gang.
about that really cool event that's going on next Saturday at the Selma Mansion in Norristown. So
So you heard that, folks. Next show, they're going to have a gangbang. They're going to talk
we're
about
going to
the
have a gang bang. Lots of orgasms and gang bangs. And lots of bushies.
Make sure
Lions, and tigers, and bears. Oh my!
Oh my!
paranormal investigation on.
Yes, we're going to be bushy at the Selma.
Oh my
Thank
God!
you guys. Everybody,
All right,
thank you.
All right.
Good night. Have a good night.
Have a good night.